Have you ever wondered how learning is categorized? How do educators discern between simple recall and complex application? The answer lies in a model called Bloom's Taxonomy. This model, created by educational psychologist Benjamin Bloom and his colleagues in the 1950s, is a classification system used to distinguish different levels of human cognition: thinking, learning, and understanding. The first level in Bloom's taxonomy is remembering. This is the foundation of learning, where the learner recalls or recognizes information, ideas, and principles in the approximate form in which they were learned. Remembering could involve something as simple as reciting a poem or as complex as recalling a scientific theory. Moving up a notch, we encounter understanding. Here, the learner comprehends the material being taught, translating it into their own words or explaining it in a way that makes sense to them. It's one thing to remember the facts, but it's another to truly understand the concepts behind them. The third level, applying, is where the learner begins to use the knowledge they've gained. They apply what they've learned to actual situations, solving problems, and making decisions. This can range from using a mathematical formula to solve a problem to applying a theory to a real-world scenario. Next, we have analyzing. This is where the learner breaks down complex information into smaller parts for better understanding. They identify motives or causes, make inferences, and find evidence to support generalizations. It's about seeing patterns, identifying components, and understanding how they relate to each other. The penultimate level is evaluating. Here, the learner makes judgments about the value of ideas or materials. They can justify a decision or a course of action and are able to critique the logic and quality of information. Finally, we reach the peak of Bloom's taxonomy: creating. This is the highest level of cognitive learning. Here, the learner generates new ideas, products, or ways of viewing things. They might write a play, design an experiment, or form a new theory. So, Bloom's taxonomy is not just a simple scale from forgetting to remembering or from ignorance to knowledge. It's a roadmap of understanding, from the simple recall of facts through their understanding and application, to the ability to analyze, evaluate, and create new ideas from those facts. In a nutshell, Bloom's taxonomy is a tool that helps educators identify and articulate increasing complexity of student learning. It not only classifies learning objectives, but also provides a clear, measurable framework for classifying learning experiences. Remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. These are the stepping stones on the path to deep, meaningful learning.